What a beautiful day. I had to come outside and film. I couldn't do it inside today, but what I wanted to share with you is my journey and tell you how I got to this point of making YouTube videos and having my own blog. Back in 2015, I was 260 pounds and I just felt like shit. I was fatigued all the time. I had zero inspiration and just completely beaten down. So I visited my doctor and I was diagnosed with what's called a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. At this point, I recalled one of my family members dying of cirrhosis because of many years of drug abuse. Then I was recalling how many beers I had the weekend prior, and I said, there's no way I drink that much. I can't have a fatty liver. My doctor says there is such a thing called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which affects people who drink little to no alcohol and is becoming an epidemic all over the world, especially here in the United States. It's estimated about 80 to 100 million people are affected with this disease. If left unmanaged, it can cause scarring and sometimes irreversible damage of the liver like cirrhosis, cancer, and also the possibility of death. Unknowingly, you can operate normally with only 20% of your liver working properly. After that point, you're immediately faced with the possibility of death. So I remembered my family member who had a severe drinking problem, desperately trying everything to quit. He had a dry run for a small spell and then started drinking again. But that morning he wakes up and was vomiting blood, and then shortly after that he died a couple days later. It's that serious. That serious, guys. So how do you know if you have a non-alcoholic fatty liver? Get tested. The next time you see your doctor, you can ask him if maybe you're a candidate for this disease. Your doctor then will suggest some blood work to see whether you have this problem, but to know for sure, your doctor may also have an ultrasound or possibly an MRI done. If you eat the standard American diet and you have some belly fat, most likely you have stage 1 of this disease. I'm not a fan of modern medicine, and the thought of taking medication that only treats the symptoms and does nothing to cure the problem was not an option for me. I decided to do the research on my own, and I found with the proper diet, supplementation, and exercise, I can defeat this thing. Using intermittent fasting and cleaning up my diet, I went from 260 pounds to 214 pounds, and I also supplemented with herbs like milk thistle seed, turmeric root, licorice root, and reishi mushrooms. Disease like non-alcoholic fatty liver causes inflammation along with prolonged obstruction of the bile flow. These herbs have been proven to lower inflammation and oxidative stress on the liver and the body to help the liver regain its ability to work properly and return you to optimal health. One of the problems with all these incredible supplements is that's a lot of pills to swallow, and it became very costly. With the combination of how my body responded to these herbs and how I felt, I knew I had the right combination of supplements. I wanted to share my findings with other people that may have the same affliction, or if you just want to live a much cleaner lifestyle from toxins. I teamed up with Dr. Howard, and together we created a product that I am very proud of and now call Liver Regenix. We decided to make it a liquid product that has a 98% absorption rate compared to an 18% that you'll get from pills and capsules. So I created my company called Cellgenics to educate the public and help them with everyday detox and support of your liver. What's so serious about this disease is there is no sign or very little sign that you may have a fatty liver. Much more serious issues come later, and at that point there's very few options left. One way of knowing if you may be a candidate for fatty liver is having excess belly fat, which leads to visceral fat, that is the fatty buildup around organs. This would be considered stage 1, and over prolonged time, the visceral fat can leave scarring on the liver, which leads to further problems. If you have any belly fat, you have visceral fat. That's where the body stores this type of fat. This is one way of knowing whether you may have fatty buildup around your organs. Stage 2 is one of the most common chronic liver problems in the world. It is linked to obesity, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. By reducing or eliminating fatty foods, fried foods, sugar, and getting a balanced diet with more vegetables and healthy fats like avocados, you can reverse this disease. If you're at an age from 19 to 60, this is very common age group. 6 to 18 is common as well, but not as common, of course. Through my experience of having optimal health and a change of lifestyle, and including supplementation is the only way to avoid being a victim of any disease. Hey guys, if you know anybody suffering from non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, please share this video with them. Comment below, hit the subscribe button. Let's inform people about this. And if you're interested in my product, I'll have a link below. Click it and there's more information on it. Thanks again.